I think you mentioned
Yeah.
that there are sort of 6 different types.
Yeah.
Is that so? That basically, based on presentation and based on subsequent testing that you might do, you would then elucidate these 6 different types. Is that how it works?
Yeah, so we do an evaluation where we ask about symptoms, obviously do a very good clinical interview. We have a physical exam that we do called the VOMS, stands for vestibular ocular motor screening. We do impact testing. I don't know if you're familiar with the neurocognitive test. It's a computer-based neurocognitive test that has been FDA approved that allows us to quantify and look at the concussion in a more objective way, looking at their cognition. There's different neurocognitive correlates that we see with these different types of concussions, et cetera. But you put all this information together and we're doing research now looking at these different, phenotypes and different problems we see from concussion. But each of these different types of concussions are going to have different symptoms, are going to have different risk factors, different therapeutic, techniques to treat it, and different outcomes and different return to play sort of situations. So, do you want to, getting into it a
I'd
little
love
bit,
to hear them. Yeah, let's hear what they are. Yeah.
So there's 6 different types of concussions. Cognitive, we actually call it cognitive fatigue. The second is vestibular, which is not the ear, it's more the central pathways in the brain. The vestibular system is a very significant system in the brain that starts in the inner ear and then kind of goes to the deep parts of the brain. We're talking about more centrally derived problems from the central part of the vestibular system or the brain part. The third type of concussion is ocular, which is your eyes working together as a team. It's not your vision as much as ocular motor. The fourth type is migraine, which is what it sounds like, headache with nausea and or lighter noise sensitivity and other symptoms as well. And then the fifth type is anxiety. The sixth subtype is neck. You can have some of these symptoms coming from the neck. Not very common, but you can. So those are the 6 different problems we will see from concussion. Now, patients may have one of those problems or they may have all 6. They're not mutually exclusive. And the more you have, the more difficult it is to treat. But you are going to treat each of those problems in a distinct way or in a targeted way. And that's, if there's 30 different types of knee injuries, why do we think there's one type of concussion? We're starting to really be able to better identify kind of where the signal's coming from with this injury.
And is there an age and or gender difference between these?
Yeah. Well, first of all, you may not be aware, but we've published a lot of data on this. The adolescent brain, if we looked at high school kids versus college athletes, and then college athletes versus professional athletes, the high school kids take the longest to recover from concussion. The college athletes take the second longest. The professional athletes recover more quickly than the other two. There's a lot of sort of vulnerabilities of the adolescent brain to this injury you got to be careful of. But there is an age relationship that we've published extensively on.